Dear Panditji, I would like to know, is there any particular harm or benefit in learning other spiritual practices, especially getting a Shaktipat initiation? The Sudarshan Kriya always awaken Kundalini energy. It's no good taking other Shaktipats, not necessary, because the very Kriya brings so much energy into your system, completes it. It's different, no? It's good to be in one path, in one energy, in one system. Then it grows in you, develops in one tradition. Respect every other thing, but do one thing. Otherwise your practice all gets muddled up. So many things mixed up. Kriya, and then do your meditation, simple meditation that you have been taught, that complements. See, some of the techniques are practices of Shaktipat, some of the practices of Kundalini, they create lot of anger in a person. There are certain techniques which are for recluses only, and there are certain other techniques which are there for people who want to fight, warriors. And there are certain other techniques which are there for calming down. So there are various type of things, and also system, your type of body, all these matters. See? You know, all that I want you to progress fast, very good, and so I am saying what would be best for you. I am not trying to keep you, okay, you should do only Sudarshan Kriya and nothing else. What I am saying is, this is the best for you if you want to be in the world. Okay, if you want to be alone in a forest somewhere else, then you can do something else. If you don't want to be in the society, want to be in a monastery, then I would recommend you something else. And if you don't want to be in the society or want to be a warrior, want to be in the war field, fight, then there are other type of meditation for you. So, if you simply pick up everything and mix, then what happens? It creates lot of confusion in yourself. Do you see that? That is what is very important. Huh? Some of the Shaktipat, okay, you can take Shaktipat, but your energy gets intense and it will get turned into anger. And there are many masters I know, Shaktipat people, and they are very angry all the time about everything. It was essential in some places, because in India when people they become very sattvic and very docile and everybody was all for peace, and when the attack came from outside and people were all so peace loving, said, okay, what do you want to take? You come take whatever you want. So they became so defenseless, completely defenseless. Otherwise, see, a country of 800 million people, whatever, 80 million people, whatever that is. Such a big population, 800 million, huh? What is it? 80 million. What do you say? Something like that. 800 million, that is the population of India. 800 million people were ruled by just a handful of people from outside. The Arabs came and ruled. Arabs or whatever that is. And then the British rule, it was under British rule for 200 years. So all this happened because people were not in a spirit to fight. After Buddha and Mahavir and their influence, the whole country became so docile. And then when the Islam came to India and there was a threat, then Sikhism started. Sikh religion. And Sikh religion was mainly like a policeman to defend the onslaught of Islam in the Indian tradition. So Sikhism started with a sword. See, they have this sword with them. It's very beautiful, all the principles. The cream, the essence of Upanishads and teachings are in Sikhism. But Sikhism has one thing that is very timely to have arouse the people to fight, arouse the anger in them. And so they were so filled with such enthusiasm and warriorship, so they fought wars. You know, all the warriors were called, at one time in history, they were called Sikhs. Sikh itself means disciple. So they were all disciple of one master, Guru Nanak, and his tradition. So, and he trained them in such a manner that they are able to, because there was no other means that they could be fought. With a spiritual force and a military force, together he combined them both. So that anger and the challenge and physical strength all were combined. Martial arts were taught to them. So it's a different technique altogether. And for that one has to eat a lot of food. Some of this technique people do, they go very thin and very lean if they don't eat properly. For that they have to eat really lots and lots of food. Lots of almonds. Lots of almonds when one eats. And then, the digestive fire is so high. And this happens many times in people when they have such experiences, Kundalini, they drink liters and liters of water. They feel so thirsty. All these experiences happen, intense. For this one has to stay in an ashram in the supervision of the Guru for several months at a stretch, 9-10 months. And then they become very strong on this path. So it is not very suitable for the common people. And I see it is not necessary. What you gain from all that is what you gain much easier, much quicker, just doing Kriya. You feel so light and completely uplifted. Just lifts it off. You see that? The light feeling and the effortless meditation you do. Effortlessness of meditation just takes it there. And there's so much fuss about Kundalini. I tell you, it is so simple. Kundalini, without the rise of Kundalini, you will not have any interest in anything at all. You will be a very dull person. Have you seen some of the trucks in Italy, the Italian truck drivers? They simply drive day and night, drink and sleep. That's all. They don't even enjoy the scenery that they are going through. They don't even look. They don't even enjoy different varieties of or kinds of food. All that they do is drive, eat, hit the bottle and go to bed. No interest in anything. No interest in beauty, no interest in life, in family. They are not interested to have a family or a wife or a home or comfort, anything, all very gross life. This is where the energy is so dormant, it's not awakened. Unless the Kundalini is awakened, an interest or inquisitiveness in this path also doesn't come. See what I'm saying? Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? What do I want in the life? Life is so short. All this awareness comes. This is a sign that the base chakra or the kundalini is awakened. And when it comes to the second chakra, what happens? Intense sexual desire comes. Intense sexual desire, procreation, wish for children, or to do something very creative. Both. Procreation or creation. These two there in the second center. Now when this rises up, say if one creates, what happens? Or creates or procreates, it leads one up towards the joy. That's the third chakra. Or if one is simply obsessed with sex, all the time feverish about sex, then it leads back to the base chakra and one becomes inertia. Very inert, insensitive. See, person, all the sex violence happens because a person is so obsessed with sex and they become so inert, insensitive. Do you see what I'm saying? So the same energy, when it is overly used in the direction of sex, drops down back to the base as inertia, dullness. If it is used in more creative manner, then it rises up, or with the restraint, used with the restraint, it goes up in the navel point. It manifests in 4 emotions. Greed, jealousy, joy, and generosity. All these 4 qualities manifest in the stomach region. Whenever you experience any of these 4, you will feel a sensation in the stomach region. Have you observed this? When you feel jealousy, what happens? Something in the stomach. And when you feel joy, you laugh. You see, your belly full of laughter. You see the laughing Buddha or Santa Claus. Big belly, that's a sign of joy, generosity, giving. That's why Santa Claus has a big belly. It's giving all the time. There is a sensation in the belly region. Joy and generosity, greed also, sense of loss. When you feel a sense of loss, you lost something, something happens in the pit of the stomach. And the same energy moves up in the heart region, manifests when there is joy and generosity, you give, love dawns in the heart. This love in the heart turns into fear and also hatred. These 3 emotions are felt in the heart region. If you have observed, whenever you felt love, something happens, some tingling sensation, something very inexplainable. You cannot explain, something happens, some blossoming, some waves arising. And fear, the same in the opposite direction, shakiness. Your heart shakes when there is fear. And when there is hatred, there is constriction of the heart. It feels like. That's why when someone hates so much, they like to choke somebody, like to crush something. Because what they are trying to show outside, crushing, that is what is happening inside. My heart is crushing. People say, do you say that? It crushed my heart, pinched my heart. There is a contraction. And when it expands, that is love. And when it shakes, that is fear. So it's the same emotion three different emotions expressed in the same spot, same place, sensation in the same place. This again is Kundalini. This very energy, life energy, is called Kundalini. That's all. And now the same thing going up in the throat region expresses of gratitude and gratefulness. Gratefulness and grumbling, sorrow. When you are sad, your throat chokes. Have you observed that? And when you are grateful, then also throat chokes. So the throat is called Vishuddhi Chakra, means the purifying spot. When you feel grateful, you are purified. When you feel sad, then also it is purifying you in some way. Your sadness makes you strong and let go of something which you are holding on to. But it's better to feel grateful and get purified. And if you don't feel grateful, you are bound to feel sad in life. This is a law. So choose to be grateful, then sadness doesn't come to you. This is a choice you can make. From there, from throat, the same energy moves upward in the forehead region, manifests in two forms. One as anger or another as alertness. Have you observed when you feel angry, where do you feel the sensation? Forehead. And when you are very alert and clear, where do you feel the sensation? In the forehead region. Now the same energy moves up into the top of the head, where it is just blissful. A feeling of completion. I am complete, I am total, I am full. And all other experiences along with it. I am nobody, nobodiness. It's all space. As though you don't even have a body, just space. You have this, some little experience of this glimpse, either in meditation or in the Kriya or in Pranayam, as though you simply don't exist. Right? That is from the top of the head, being nobodiness. And the whole purpose of all this Kundalini and all this is to be nobody. That is all. And when you are nobody, I tell you, slowly, many things will start happening. All the angels support you and everything that you want will start happening. There is no want. Before a want arises, things happen. How is it? Now, look at this. You wish something you want and then it happens. Or before even the want arises, if things already happens. There is no chance for a want to arise. See, you don't get even a chance to feel thirsty. Even before that, there is all water, juice and milk. Everything is there. That is called Siddhi, means perfection. Means before even a need arises, the needs are fulfilled. Even before a desire arises, desires are fulfilled. Even before you feel that you need a partner or somebody, already a partner has come. So what has happened? Your life has become so full and so full. And even for this to happen, we have to be more hollow and more empty and letting go. The more you let go, the more you acquire. And you have, I'm not saying just to acquire you have to let go. No. Then you are not letting go it at all. You see that? And in ancient days, people said in terms of flowers. this color, this type of flower there, this type of flower, this many petal flower there. You know, flower means a delicate observation. Like awareness. Your awareness is like a flower. It stays now, it doesn't stay tomorrow. The flowers are there now, it cannot stay like this fresh forever. They dry and they drop. Like the flowers, your awareness is also very fresh. It's there now, it may not be there tomorrow. So, this energy in you is changing all the time. So, like a flower, in a delicate manner, you observe them. Those days, they were very fond of flowers, though, so they named everything in terms of, they used to talk in terms of flowers. See, like in Germany, people are fond of animals, so they name Wolfgang and all that. You know, if you call in India somebody you are an wolf, that means it's a very derogatory statement. If you call someone wolf, they think, oh, like that means saying you're cunning. You are nasty. To tell somebody you are nasty, they say you are an wolf. But in Germany it's not so. Wolf means it's very loved and very popular common name. Right? And there is a particular state in India where they even name each other after vegetables. Like in India, people name after flowers, you know, many rose. Here also, you know, jasmine, rose, all these names we keep on to people. In India, people in one state, they also name them vegetables name. Mr. Eggplant, Mr. Pumpkin, Zucchini, all these names. So, ancient India, they always termed everything in terms of delicate feeling. To represent that, they said flowers. But unfortunately, over the period of time, what has happened? People started writing the flowers and visualizing that many color petal here and there and there and there. Make all the effort, close their eyes and see the color, see the petal, see the flower. Where is the petal? Where is the flower? There is nothing. And they imagine and imagine, put so much effort and strain and start projecting what their mental image onto themselves. They get into a big mess. So it does not work that way. The simple thing, so one who knows can really interpret and see what they meant thousands of years ago when they have said all that. But you will see most of the yoga book and yoga classes, this is what they do. They sit, draw a picture and look at it and imagine it, try to visualize it and do all this sort of thing. We don't do any of those visualizations. See, there is a difference between imagining and visualizing. Did you talk about that? Huh? See, like when you say banana, you don't have to visualize a banana. The very word effortlessly brings into you the idea of banana. Right? Otherwise you sit and see banana, how big it is. It's hard. It's a strain on the mind. Then it's not an effortless technique. And when a technique is not effortless, it doesn't transcend, it doesn't take you deep in easily. It takes long time. Do you see what I'm saying? Good.